Okay, guys, so this is going to answer some of the questions you might have had in the previous videos, in the previous sections, where we're going to go into doing the research, the market research and the keyword research in terms of, with the goal of making this a means to generate inbound leads with content marketing. And here we're going to talk about content marketing on medium.com. Medium.com is a pretty well-known website. It's like a blogging platform, but it has a very high authority in Google's eyes. So we'll get to details about that soon. And Amazon. This is not what you're thinking of. This is not the famous e-commerce platform where you do your holiday shopping. This is something completely different. I should actually make this, instead of a 5 out of 5, let's put it as a 4 out of 5 for these. Obviously, this is going to be a free tactic, no money required. And in terms of time and energy commitment, that will require, because you are doing that research and you are developing that content. And this is something that, one piece of content or two pieces of content is not going to be enough. You're going to be trying to, over time, obviously, not all at once, you're going to be trying to, for example, answer the questions that your target clients have in their mind, and so on and so forth. So this is like a long-term process, a long-term play, but it's very effective. You can combine this, as I said, with the earlier methods where once you have your research down, then that leads into the other methods that we discussed earlier. So here you're targeting the clients in their research phase, when they're in the kind of the middle stage of the funnel. They're doing the research, they're already aware of their problems, they're trying to solve them, and so they're gonna discover your content on the right place at the right time, and they're gonna want to, if the content is good, they're gonna want to engage with you further. And the content itself, you have to kind of nudge them towards that, which is what I'm talking about here. So basically, the idea is you find out the questions and the specific keywords and phrases that they type into the search engines based on those questions. And these become the exact titles of your posts that you put up on medium.com. And these posts are going to answer their questions, and it's going to nudge them towards your business. And obviously, that's going to be generating for you inbound warm leads. And let me just put over here, you can combine this with Awario. That's the app where you do the social media marketing. So let's say you see someone on social media actually asking that question, you see a specific person ask that, you can reach out to them and say, hey, I recently answered this question on online, and I wanted to go ahead and share this with you and hear your feedback. Let me know what you think. So that way you're being more proactive, and it's not a completely passive system in what you're doing. So why medium.com? As I said, it has a very high authority in Google's eyes, and that's really one of the key factors in being able to rank high and rank fast. So when you put something on medium.com, very often it can even rank in the same day or rank in very few days. It has that power, and Google really loves it. Obviously, I had mentioned briefly before about syndicating to other platforms. So the other thing that Google loves to see is when there's a sort of pyramid structure to your content. So in other words, it's not a standalone article on medium.com with nothing else referring to it. So once you post on medium.com, you want to use the IFTTT to automate the syndication of that post to other platforms, such as sharing it on Twitter, on Reddit, on Blogger, on Tumblr, on Facebook, in your Facebook pages, Facebook posts. Obviously, you're going to need to create, basic profiles in these different platforms. But once you hook them all up, you can use IFTTT. So all you have to do is make the posts on Medium, and then this will take care of itself automatically to syndicate to these other platforms. And when Google sees that this Medium article is also being mentioned and syndicated on these other platforms, that even makes it much more likely to rank very quickly and very strongly, and kind of keep those rankings. Just to go into IFTTT again, so when you sign into IFTTT, there is a free level, and then also you can there's like a pro level where you do have to pay something, but it's very cheap. It's like $2, $3, $5 a month. Very nothing to speak of. So they have inside IFTTT, you basically, your first thing you need to do is make a profile, again, as I said, on these platforms. Then you go into IFTTT and you would be signed in. So some of the things you can do with Medium, these are what's called recipes. This basically means that's the automations that we're talking about. So some people have already made these recipes, so you can just take advantage and use them. So for example, once you post on Medium, it's going to share it on LinkedIn, right? Here, save Medium stories you recommend to Pocket. That doesn't really apply to you. Automatically tweet out on Twitter anytime you post a new post on Medium. Send it to Pocket. Pocket is like a social bookmarking site. Send it to WordPress. We can share it on WordPress. Different recipes over here. This one you can share it on Tumblr. On Evernote, on Instapaper. So you can see here, people have already made these kind of recipes for you, for your convenience. So you can just kind of add them into your account, share Medium stories that you publish on a Facebook page. So basically, like here, you would be logged into Medium and you'd be logged into your Facebook page, and all you need to do is just connect them, and then this takes care of the rest, right? So that's a little bit of IFTTT.com. Going back here. Okay, so how do you do this keyword research? This ties into the earlier sessions and techniques. So you have a bunch of tools online. Obviously, you can do your surveys of your previous clients. That's a very effective way. But let's go through some of these. So you have answerthepublic.com. You have Ubersuggest. That's the link for it there. You have the Chrome extension called Keywords Everywhere. And again, keyword is basically what people type into search. You have people also ask on the Google SERPs. That's like SERPs just mean the search results page, what you see after you do the search. You have Google autocomplete and related searches. You have the Google Keyword Planner that's related to the ads. So you would go into ads.google.com. And you do not need to, just to do the keyword research, you don't need to actually pay for any ads. You just need to sign up. Basically, if you have a Gmail account, you already have like an account for Google Ads. So you would just go to this website, ads.google.com. And I'll be showing you step by step all of these things. Quora.com is very good for the questions. This is like, as I said, a public question and answer website. People can post questions and then others can come in and answer. Obviously, like yourselves, you can go in and answer those questions and get people interested in your business, what you have to offer. Obviously, you can use your brain, come up with questions that would make sense. And then also you can monitor social media and observe what people are typing in social media for that. In these type of tools and softwares, you basically put in like a seed word or topic, and then you see what comes up, and you just go through and select the ones that makes the most sense. And makes the most sense, that also means which ones have the low competition or low difficulty. Sometimes they give you a score, so you want to look for things under 30 out of 100, right? If it says the organic competition is 70 out of 100 or 80 out of 100, you want to avoid those, because it's going to take a long time for your post to rank and appear on the Google search when people are searching for their answers. So let's go through some of these. Let's start with the Google Ads Keyword Planner. So you'll find it once you sign into, you have a Gmail, once you sign in for Google Ads account, which again is free, you don't have to pay anything. You would go into Tools and Settings, and then you'll find this Keyword Planner. And so with Keyword Planner, you would go over here, Discover New Keywords. Okay, Now, one thing that I mentioned over here is you need to localize your search. So you don't want to do the whole United States. So let's X this out. So let's pick a city, Chicago, let's say. So you can either pick the city itself, or you can pick the statistical area, which is like a little bit larger than the city limits. So let's pick this one. That's 25.8 million people. So now we're going to save this, and we're going to see what keywords do people use to search for like your services inside Chicago specifically. So people that Google recognizes reside in Chicago or searching from Chicago area, that's what you would do. So let's put something here. So solar panels, just as an example. Get results. Okay, so keyword ideas. So this is a seed keyword that we provided, solar panels. It's giving you 966 keyword ideas. What you can do here is you want to like sift out the brand searches, like the company names. So these are, for example, people searching for actual company names. You can, erase that, X that out. Let's close this. And so now it took away some, and now we're left with 866. So what you're going to look for here is, don't pay attention to this competition, what it says over here, because this is competition for specifically ads. This is not competition for, ranking your websites or blog articles in Google. So that doesn't relate to you. You can ignore that. Average monthly searches. This will give you a range. This gives you a range. Now, when you are actually paying for Google Ads, like you have active accounts running or active campaigns running, they will actually give you a more specific number instead of just a range. But for our purposes, this is good enough. So we know that at least people in Chicago, they're typing in solar energy. There's at least between 100 and 1,000 of them. In terms of like the total volume, across the U.S., there's about over 40,000. Just for your information there. So you go down, you can see, okay, solar energy, solar power, solar panel price. Even if it says, I want to give you an example of even if it says 0. So let's click here. Okay. Even if it says search volume is 0, don't take that seriously, because these are what Google records people searching. So these numbers sometimes lie to you. They're not accurate all the time. So don't be put off by when it says 0 search volume or low search volume. These are actually questions that people are typing in, as well as key terms. So what you would do is you would go up and download them. You click this, and you can either download them as a Excel file in CSV, or you can use a Google Sheet. And then after you download them, you would just kind of sift through and see which ones make sense that you would go ahead and make a post around. Okay, so that's one example. Let's go to Ubersuggest. So here again, enter in a keyword and click search and find all related search terms that people are already searching for on Google. So this is how you discover what people are searching for. So here, let's say luxury vinyl flooring. And you want to make sure that obviously it's in the US. This one you can't really specify down to the city level, but that's okay. And, US is good enough. You press search. Okay, so this specific term, luxury vinyl flooring, gets 22,000 search volume per month across the US. It has the SEO difficulty of 51 out of 100. So just ranking for that might be a little hard. So you want to get a key search phrase that incorporates that in the phrase but is longer. So let me show you what I mean here. Luxury vinyl flooring pros and cons. So people are searching for pros and cons, about 1,000 a month. 35, that's a little bit better. Obviously, you would click here, view all keyword ideas. So you can see that they have related search terms over here. They have questions that people ask over here. Comparisons where people say, okay, luxury vinyl flooring versus hardwood flooring. You know, people are making comparisons like that. You can also talk about in your articles. You can rank the SEO difficulty from, you know, greatest to lowest. You can find the search volume over here. So let's go, for example, to the questions. And see, okay, how to clean luxury vinyl flooring. Is that, you might think, well, that's not really related to what I want to be ranking for, so you can skip that. Also, it has a higher SEO difficulty. Here's a good one. So this is 25, that's under 30. It receives a couple of searches a month. And then, how long does luxury vinyl flooring last? So that's a good question you can answer. You can say, you can make a quick article about that. You can talk about how your product will last longer, it has a greater warranty. And, you know, after you answer that question in general, lead them on, nudge them on toward seeking further information from your business. So that's a good example there. You can upgrade to see 57 more keyword ideas. So there's like a free trial you can use. I mean, what I always like to do is do a free trial. You know, signing in. I signed in with one of my emails. I have a whole bunch of emails that I can use. So once that free trial is over, I just go ahead again, sign in through another email. So that's the way, like, you don't have to pay for anything, right? So this is one option there for you. We can go here to Quora, as I said. Let's search here for custom landscaping. So any kind of niche, any kind of industry you have, let's see what people are asking. How do I find, okay, add question. No, I don't want to answer the question. I want to search. Okay. What is new in custom landscaping? Just search down through here. This is a landscaper who's wanting to know how to find customers. Okay, that's different. That's not what you want. This is a hit or miss, really. So you can see here, actual landscapers are asking questions. I mean, this would be more useful for marketing agencies to go after. But all in all, so this is where I said the time commitment comes in. Whether you yourself or someone in your team is doing this type of research, you just really have to scroll through and see what people are asking. Eventually, you'll be able to gather a couple questions there. I mean, you can do. Yeah, I just did like a general search. You can do a more specific search here. Let's say how much does a gazebo cost? So this is like a specific landscaping service, right? How much does it cost to build, you know, this dimensions for gazebo, for pergola? So these are different landscaping services that people are asking specifically about that you can answer. How much does like a warranty last on a roof or AC unit? These type of questions. So if those kind of, you know, the first general question didn't really give good results, you just have to play around with it, right? Here's something. Here's a very good website. I highly recommend. Kind of weird and funky there, but this is called Answer the Public. So these, it's the same idea. You basically enter like a seed keyword or phrase or topic. Let's say metal roofing, and see what, if you as a roofer want to be able to provide metal roofing services, you want to see what people are asking about and what people are thinking about in terms of metal roofing. This will, so here we have 68 questions that people ask, 34 comparisons, 204 different keywords in all, arranged in alphabetical order. But the reason why I like this website here is it gives kind of a visual representation. So you start with metal roofing. It tells you, who, why, where, how, when, what, are, can, which. So these are the types of introductions to the questions that people ask. So look what you see over here. Are metal roofing prices coming down? Is that something you just use your brain and think, how can I best answer that? Is metal roofing cheaper than shingles? Is metal roofing better than shingles? Is metal roofing galvanized, right? Is metal roofing aluminum? Let's go over here. Who sells metal roofing near me? Obviously, that's like a direct buyer question, right? It's a hot question for you to answer there. Who to install metal roofing? This is about who. Where can I buy metal roofing near me? Let's go to why. Why metal roofing versus shingles? That's a great question to answer. And again, so this will be your exact title of your Medium post. These questions right here. And you can see here kind of, this is a darker green, and then it goes into like a lighter green, almost transparent. This is the reason why that does is this is more often asked than this. And again, so this kind of gives you a nice visual representation. At the same time, you can, this is prepositions here. So you can go down and just record these questions, or if you don't want the visualization, you can go to data here, and that just gives you the question straight. And it also, when you have, I'll show you this extension, this Chrome extension in a moment, but there's a Chrome extension called Keywords Everywhere, and this actually gives you the search volume. So can metal roofing be installed over shingles? That's an interesting question. So this has a search volume of 260 per month across the US. But you know that people are searching for it. So there's bound to be someone in your area that you can answer this question for. And you would just make an article, and in your article in Medium, you would obviously put your business information, towards the bottom, nudge them, encourage them to go visit your website, and take it from there, basically. So these are some of the search keyword research tools. If you go to okay, I'll show you something else here. So let's just open a Google search, and let's go ahead and say metal roofing. Okay, this on the right here, this is the Chrome extension I was talking about. It's called Keywords Everywhere. You can get a free version of it, which will not give you the specific numbers of searches, but it will still give you the ideas. So here we have related keywords. Metal roofing supply, metal roofing suppliers, metal roofing sheets, suppliers near me, cheap metal roofing sheets. This gives you set on here. People also search for metal roofing colors, suppliers, sheets, suppliers near me, residential metal roofing. That gets about $2,400 a month. Long tail keywords is where you have that. So you have that 2-word phrase, metal roofing. These are longer phrases that incorporate that word in them. So metal roofing cost, metal roofing suppliers near me, corrugated metal roofing, metal roofing installation. So how to install metal roofing. All these kind of questions, you just go through here, or keywords, you go through here and pick the ones that your brain decides is best suited for you to respond to. So that's one source as well. And again, these are what people are actually typing in Google. So these are not like brainstorming. This is what actually people are typing. That's one side of it. When you go over here, there's Google autocomplete. So whenever you do a search, you can see here, these are the most common search phrases that Google has recorded people type in. So you put in like a seed keyword or phrase, and then look at what people are typing in. So residential metal roofing suppliers near me, cheap metal roofing sheets near me. If you go here, metal roof installation, so you start with that, and then you see, okay, metal roofing installation cost, near me, steps, installation over shingles. People are looking for videos. People are looking for labor costs, process, so details. So metal roofing installation details, you can write a whole nice long article about that. So these are another source of actual real keywords that people use to search for that you can include in your keyword research. The other nice thing I want to show you here is that people also ask. So usually Google will give you automatically 3 or 4 questions that are the most popular. But what you can do is click here and then click back again. Click here, click back again. You notice what's happening? Click here, click back again. It gives you more and more. Every time you click, open, close, you can just scrape these, copy and paste these questions. And these are people who are doing exactly what I'm talking about. What are the disadvantages of a metal roof? Perfect question for you to answer. This is an article by State Farm giving you the pros and cons of metal roofs for your home, right? You can as well make a good question, good high quality answer to this question, and talk more in depth about the advantages and disadvantages. And because you're the roofer, you're the expert, you'd be able to give a very good answer to these questions. So just go over here, keep on opening and closing, and then see what questions are best. Use your brain, obviously, and record these down. And then these are going to be the titles for your Medium posts, as I said. The other thing I want to show you is you go down over here. Look at here. So these are images for metal roofing. People can rank images as well. That's another thing on the side there, just a little tidbit. And then related searches, same thing, same idea. Metal roofing suppliers near me, residential metal roofing, kind of the same thing. We've seen these before. So any of these tools can give you a lot of information to go by. I mean, this can help you decide your content for a whole month. Okay, so that basically is a quick run through covering the different tools where you can do your research. And that will feed into all the content topics that you can come up with. In terms of now, I mean, people might say, well, I have writer's block, or I can't think of what to write. I mean, you can go in and actually see the different results. Like when you type in that question in Google search, see what other people have said and kind of, get inspiration from that, get ideas, inspiration from other answers. But what I would actually suggest as well is you can just shoot a quick video about it, 5 to 10 minutes, max, not more. And, just take your smartphone and record yourself talking about that question and answering it, showing your expertise, obviously. And so now you have a raw video that, as I mentioned before in a previous, I think it was in the Google My Business, where you optimize that video. So when you have that raw video file, the MP4 file, you want to go into the properties on the inside that video file, and then put in the keyword, put in that question, and put in the subtitle, and put in some tags, like different topics related to the topic of the video. So that way, when you upload it into YouTube, then that will give much more relevance to the video, because Google and YouTube, it reads that what's called metadata. It reads that metadata inside the video and also inside the images. So do that first before you upload it into YouTube. I mean, uploading a video to YouTube is very easy and straightforward. You can watch the tutorial on YouTube how to upload videos there. It's you take your video file, you upload it. Obviously, you need a channel. Then you write in the title. So you would write in example title, right? Let's say metal roofing installation Chicago. Then you would put like a hyphen, or you would put what's called a pipe, this symbol here. Then you would say, how long does metal roofing last? And then you would put in your business name at the end, right? And then maybe your phone number as well. So that's an example title. This title you use in both the Medium post, you use it as the title of the YouTube video when you upload it. And then you give a description, the YouTube video. You'll give a description, you'll give your business information in that. Just like also a kind of summary or bullet points of what you mentioned in the video. And then you put in tags in the YouTube video. And then what I want you to do as well is go to canva.com and create 1 to 2 images that you can use. Obviously, one of them will be the image of the, the thumbnail of the video that you upload to YouTube. So your YouTube channel needs to be able to have custom thumbnails. And the way you do that is just you already have a Gmail account and you just need to confirm it with your phone number. Once you confirm your YouTube account with your phone number, it opens up the ability to upload custom thumbnails. And I mean, what I'm sure you've seen this. I'm sure you've been on YouTube and you see this. Let me just show you a quick example. So if we search on YouTube, metal roofing installation, right? So these are images. These images are thumbnails. You can make this very easily in canva.com. And then you would put you would do that optimization for that image itself. It has to be a JPEG. Well, then you upload it into YouTube, and then it also reads that information when you upload it, right? And just look for, I mean, if you don't have like a creative bone in your body, just look at some examples of what others are doing and look at who gets the most views. Like, for example, this was uploaded 9 years ago. This was uploaded 7 months ago. But if you do the math, so this has 2.8 million views. This has 146,000 views. See which ones you can categorize them. If you go here by filters, you can categorize them by view count. Because the thumbnail attracts the views, attracts people to click. So look over here. So shows a roofer, it shows a metal roof sheet behind him. And you can put the question over here. Kind of, you don't have to be clickbaity, but you can put something intriguing that makes people curious. That's the words that you put over here, right? And that shows that this is the right video for them, what they're searching for. So do that in canva.com. Again, I'm not going to go into how to. You can find tutorials anywhere. But make sure to optimize the metadata. And that's going to be under, like, right click, go to properties, then go to details. That's what you do in the video file when it's like saved in your computer. Okay. Then you create the post on Medium, and I put in here a YouTube video of the more info on the process of how to actually post the article on Medium. Make sure that when you put in the title, you also have some headlines in the post that are like related keywords to make the post rank for those keywords as well. Make sure all the images have alt text and clickable captions. And if you don't know what those are, just watch this video. It'll explain for you. And then, so basically your article text comes from the polished video transcript. So instead of writing the text, once you upload it on YouTube, so let's go to this one, for example. I'll show you what I mean. So this is like a 3-minute video. When you click on these 3 dots and say open transcript, so YouTube does this automatically. So once you upload the video, so you don't have to necessarily write the article. All you need to do, let's click here and untoggle the timestamps. Just like go over here and start to copy paste everything. and then take that, copy this, take that to Word or take that to a notepad on your computer, and then go through it and just kind of polish it, make it look nice and neat. Put some bold headlines in between the different points that you're making. Like he says, 5 common mistakes. So each of these common mistakes will have its own headline, right? So just polish it up, make it look nice and presentable, and then now you have an easy article that just came from talking to your smartphone. You didn't have to sit down on a computer and write anything. And that's how you do it for that. And let me show you, and I'm just giving you an example so you can follow, so I didn't want to leave you in the dark here. This is an example, nice Medium article that you can take inspiration from. When you open it up, you can see so they use like a 1,000-word article. They have Q&As in it. They have a video. So yeah, the video that you upload on YouTube, you're going to embed that or insert that into the Medium article. You're also going to put in some pictures, the keyword-rich titles, the subheadings in that article. And then obviously you want to link to other properties, such as obviously your website or your GMB, or obviously you'll have the link to the video already. It can be your social media profiles, and on and on and on. And again, once you post on Medium, the IFTTT that we spoke about will take care of syndicating it. And that will put the Medium, the title of the article plus the link on these different platforms, Reddit, Twitter, and so on. You also want to go into, if you watched the earlier video where I talked about Google Sites, this is a Google property. It's like a Google website that you can use as a one-page blog. And these videos itself, you'll see, are hosted on Google Sites. So that's a good example for you there. So all of these link to and from Medium posts. So you want to make like a spiderweb effect or like a pyramid effect. So both Medium post links to, for example, the Google site, links to the YouTube video, links to your website. And then also inside the YouTube video in the description, you have links to your website, you have links to your social medias, you have links to the Medium article. So everything links to everything pretty much. And you would definitely take advantage of the Google Drive properties. So inside Google Drive, for example, there's Google Sheets, which is like Excel. And in the Excel, you can just have, on this, you would track and monitor the content that you post. So on each time you post an article, you would go on the Google Sheet and you would make sure to put the title of the article, the link of the article, the date you posted it, and so on and so forth. And because that is a Google property, you'll get rewarded with stronger rankings. Inside the Google Drive, let me show you one thing to do here. So let's go to a new Google Sheet. Okay. So in this Google Sheet, you would put in like the main title over here of you can put your business title, put your business phone number, and then each time you add a new row, and like you can say, here's the article link, here's the article title, here's the date posted, and so on and so forth. You just keep track of what you're doing. Now, at the end of it, what you want to do here is say open file and say publish to the web. Once you say publish to the web, that means that the Google bots that go and crawl and index different websites, they'll be able to find these links on Google Sheets, because obviously for the links to work, Google has to go and find them. So that's one thing I wanted to bring your attention to. And that's for that. Now, what about Amazon? So I said this is not anything related to the shopping, e-commerce website. This is Amazon Cloud Storage. It's another like a sub company, I guess you can call it, by Amazon. Google itself also has a cloud storage. So basically what this means is, this I'm going to show you. This is a link. You go to this link. It's free to sign up for an account. And it's probably, if you have an Amazon account, then you can also access this. It's called S3 storage. So let me put that here for you. S3 cloud storage. Let me show you some examples here because I wanna show you something interesting. So obviously you guys are home service contractors, but in terms of for lawyers or attorneys, that niche is a very high competition niche. And same thing with any kind of medical related niches, so like dentistry. So I want to show you examples from these two searches and show you something interesting. So here we have Affordable Injury Lawyer Miami. Now, you should note that what people pay a lot of, like here, personal injury lawyers. Each click, you would have to pay Google $226 for the key when you're doing ads. These are Google ads. Each click for injury lawyer, you'd have to pay $295 a click, not a lead, not a phone call. So look how competitive the lawyer niche is. That's just to impress upon you there how competitive it is, right? So let's say someone comes in, and Miami is obviously a huge city, over 1 million people. So there's a competition related to the population there. You have these Google ads. So anytime, I mean, I'm not going to click here, but if someone were to click here, that's immediately $300 that they have to spend. You know, these lawyers that are advertising. You go down over here. Now, you have these websites here. What did I want to show you? There was something. Okay, maybe it's not here anymore. Did they take it down? They might have taken this down yesterday, but that's no problem. Let me show you over here. Okay. One of the things that Google uses, or one of the factors that is involved in ranking high in Google, is what's called domain authority and page authority as well. So this website here, domain authority is only 3 out of 100. But why is it ranking over things that have domain authority of 29, domain authority of the higher domain authority? So what you notice here, this is what I'm talking about. So here's a Medium article. This is the example article I have on the slide that I mentioned to you. This has a Medium has a domain authority of 95 over 100. So look how powerful that is. Amazon, this is the S3 Amazon AWS. That's the Amazon Cloud Storage. That has a domain authority of 93 over 100. Now, these two link to this website. That's the website of the dentist. I actually know who did this. This is actually not a real dentist. Let me just show you what I'm talking about. This is a sort of a what you call a lead generation. This is a company, a lead generation company. I actually know the person, but I'm not in the dental niche. But he made this website, and you can see it's just a one-page website. It's a very thin content, very little content over here. It doesn't even have like it's a very actually crappy website. But the interesting is that this website is ranking above every other dentist in Honolulu, in Hawaii. Right? You can see this is the website right here. That's it. That's the whole website. It has very little content, but it has a some few pictures. You can see that keep in mind this picture, because I'll show you this picture on the Medium article to prove to you. So how is this website ranking so high above so many other much better websites. It's because it's linked to and it's supported by these guys right here. Affordable Braces Honolulu. Let's open this. And do you notice something similar? So it's the same deal. It's the same type of website here. They posted this. They made this as a HTML file. This is just a basic HTML one-page website file that they uploaded into Amazon Cloud, and it links to that website. Where's the link? There's somewhere over here. It links to that website. I don't want to spend too much time over here. The other one is this Medium article. That's with the same. That's the same person. See, it's the same. That's the guy's name, Ben Littlefield. In case you're wondering, it has the same picture that you saw in that Amazon HTML file. This is the example. It's the exact match title in this Medium article. You want to get info about Invisalign prices, Honolulu. Obviously, you have the video here from YouTube. You have the caption. You can also make this a clickable link. And you just have, this, so you can see some of the same pictures that he used. So this just talks in general, answering some questions about Invisalign, about braces, what are the different kinds of braces. So it helps for people doing research about brace. Here's the same picture that I showed you, proving that this is the same person doing this campaign. Some tips about orthodontics, some questions answered. These are some keywords that people can search. They're listing the keywords here. And then learn more about Honolulu. Click this here. And we're back to that same website I showed you, see? So when you have Medium itself, and when you have Amazon as well, so because they have such high authority, they're able to rank and give power to these kind of crappy websites that have such a low authority, you see? And that's able to rank higher at Google. So these are some secrets that many people don't know about. This is how you get higher rankings in Google, and not only that, but get multiple rankings in Google. So whether a person is searching, they click on this one, or they click on this search result, or they click on this search result, it all goes back to the same business. And just to show you here, so this is Amazon S3. Once you open an account, it's free. So what you would do is make a bucket, and the bucket has to be public. So these are some of the buckets I've made that I'm using for videos, for lead generation videos for different niches, decks, fences, flooring, foundation repair, HVAC, and so on. That's what I'm using them for. So you would just go over here, create a bucket. You give your bucket a name. I'm in the region of Northern Virginia there. And then the important thing here is you want to uncheck this one. See, this says block all public access. You actually want public access, obviously, right? So you want to make sure you uncheck this when you create the bucket. And then everything else really stays the same. You just go in here, create the bucket. And now you have a new bucket with the related title. My session was expired. Who cares about that? You have this is like the title of the bucket. Inside these, you can upload PDFs. You can upload simple HTML files. You can upload like slide presentations. You can upload videos. So all of that you can do over here. So the idea is you mirror or clone your website to get the HTML file, and you would only do like the one-page HTML file. If you were to open their website, let's go back here again. Let's open their website. Okay, so let's say you wanted to get the HTML file like downloaded. So you would right-click, you would say View Page Source. Click here, and you can do this on your own website as well. Then this is the HTML. This is like the back end of your website, the code of your website right here. See? So all you need to do is say Control-A to select all, then copy. Then you would open a notepad file. let's say a new window. So this is like a fresh notepad file over here. You can paste that HTML file. You go ahead and save it. You know, just give a name. Let's say braces Honolulu.html. That's how you save it, HTML. And then save, right? I'm not going to save this one. But now you would have this file inside your computer. And then when you want to go ahead and upload this into the bucket in Amazon, right? I'll just skip. You can find this on YouTube. You can find instructions on exactly how to do this. It's very easy. It's literally just uploading it into the bucket, and then you get the link. So what you can do is get that HTML file. The other thing you can do is you can go here, if that's complicated as well. You can go to your Google Drive. You can say Google Docs. Okay, and the same article that you wrote on Medium, you would just copy and paste it over here, and you know, do the edits, make the headlines and all that stuff, put in the images, and then over here you would download as either PDF or as a HTML file here, like a web page. You would download this as a web page that comes down as a zipped file into your hard drive in your download file, and then that's another way that you can create a simple HTML file. So it's nothing to be kind of scared of or intimidated by. So you would save as a PDF or HTML. That's the way you can do it. Then in your Amazon Cloud account, you create a public bucket. It has to be public with the keyword name, the main keyword name or title. You upload that HTML or PDF file into the bucket and save, and then you copy the link. It provides you a link. You copy that link, and then you would take that link and, you know, post it on Twitter, post it on Reddit, and then also you would notify Google to index it so that they can crawl that link. And you would do that in Google Search Console. And that one, you can find YouTube videos about how to do that. That's also very easy. All you need to do is just sign in. Again, you have your Gmail account, you sign in Google Search Console, you just insert that link that you copied from Amazon, and then you just say request indexing. That's all there is to it. In terms of this idea of ranking in Google in multiple spots, I'd highly recommend you go to this link on my website to read more information about it. I'm, again, not trying to sell you anything, just for you to read information. Aside from Amazon Cloud, there's also Google Cloud. I won't get into that, but you can do this. It's the same type of process. You would just put that into Google Cloud and make sure that this PDF or HTML, it has a link to your website or a link to your article or a link to your video. And that will really make a major impact in how you rank on the first page in Google there. So that's about content marketing. You want to capture people in their research in the right time, be in the right place. And that's how you get inbound, interested clients to your business. Thank you so much.